Angelina.
Hey.
Hey, I can barely hear you.
Oh, can you hear me better now? Because I used my mic.
So,
Yeah. Do you hear me now, right?
oh yeah, I hear you good now. Yeah, it
If
was
you
on
want,
my
I can
end.
check if my computer's microphone works better.
No, it's not your mic. It's on
Yeah?
my end.
Okay.
It's on my end.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all good. We're totally good. Anyway, wait a minute. I got your name spelled wrong, or don't I?
I mean, my name is Anhelina, like Angelina, but Anhelina.
Oh,
I know it's quite complicated,
well,
but
because
I
on your
just
Instagram
prefer.
it says Angelina and Anhelina.
Yeah, I know I need to fix it, I guess, and
Oh,
use my, I mean, it's my name, it's
so
the
wait, so
passport.
so so do I pronounce it Anhelina or Angelina?
I mean, it's Angelina.
Wait, let me
It's
try one more time. So, wait, say that one more time.
Angelina.
Oh, so
But you said it
Angelina.
right.
Angelina.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not
Perfect.
Angelina.
You can, I mean, it's my English
Oh
version
man,
of my name.
you stick with your regular name. I think it's beautiful. You stick with that.
Yeah, thank you. I think so too.
Yeah, stick with that. But oh, okay. So and then your last name is Holembivska.
Right.
Okay, Anhelina Holembivska.
Yeah, it's quite long.
No, that's good. Yeah, compared to mine, my two-syllable name. Well, hey, it's great to have you
Oh,
on the podcast. This is amazing.
oh, I'm absolutely excited to be here. I've been listening to your podcast for a few years, I
Oh,
guess.
you
And
have? Oh, that's flattering. I
yeah,
appreciate that. That's great.
I think it's amazing to have this type of content for artists because, you know, when you're an artist, you stay at your studio alone for a whole day. And when you have a chance to listen to other artists, it creates this kind of sense of community.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
yeah, I think it's a great thing that you're doing.
Yeah, well, I'm the luckiest one because I get to meet all you guys. So I feel like I've got 150 new friends. It's been amazing.
Oh,
So how are you
thank you.
doing in Ukraine right now? Are you kind of in the middle of the mess or what?
I actually came back from Ukraine 2 weeks ago, but
Oh,
I
so you're
spent
here in the
there.
US.
I'm not in US. I'm in Italy now.
Oh, okay.
I've been living in Italy for the last 7 years.
Okay.
But I'm traveling to Ukraine quite often. I try to spend there as much time as I can.
Is your family
And
okay and everything?
I mean, like in country in war, they are relatively okay. But I mean, it's different from it's far from normal, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. God, it's rough. Oh, I'm
And
sorry to hear that.
yeah,
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Just start from the beginning. So this is, I mean, you're obviously Ukrainian. We just talked about that.
yeah.
What was it like growing up in Ukraine? And particularly as a creative person, how did you end up sort of discovering that you wanted to be an artist and so on?
I mean, I just like that from childhood. I just like drawing, and I was very lucky. My family encouraged me to do that, uh, though they are not connected to art at all.
Mm-hmm.
So my father, he worked at the railway station, and as a kid, I remember I was a passenger of this like cargo trains, like locomotive trains, and it was very interesting for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I lived in a countryside close to Kiev, and I was studying at school in Kiev, and then I've graduated from the National Academy in Kiev. So yeah,
And
it's
what were you,
mm,
was art your major at the National Academy?
yeah. Actually, not. I was studying graphic art.
Okay.
So it was more about illustration, etching, woodcut, different stuff. Yeah, but
Really?
as a kid, I just liked drawing. And as I said, my family was very supportive to that. And I remember when we had some friends coming to um, our house, my parents were really kind of proud of me. They were showing my drawings, though they weren't very good, but they were really happy with this result. So I'm lucky to have this support.
Yeah, that's great. So what did you imagine I mean, how did you visualize your future when you were in school? Did you imagine yourself as a fine artist or did you imagine yourself as an
Yeah,
illustrator?
yeah, actually I did, and I didn't have a lot of doubt. I thought it was completely possible.
Why
Um,
is that?
I because my family was quite supportive, and they found a school. It wasn't a usual school; it was a specialized school. So they had different. It was more like a college, but
Mm-hmm.
starting from like 7 years old, you could study there. I don't know if I explained it correctly. So besides like history, literature, we had drawing, painting,
Wait, did you
composition.
start at 7 years old?
Yeah, but when I was 7, it wasn't something serious. It was more like, oh, draw a portrait of your mother or draw a portrait of your cat. And when
Yeah.
we were, I guess, like 13, we started to draw some casts, maybe even when we were 12 or 11.
That's
So it
pretty
started
awesome.
to, yeah, I was very lucky. And so I just decided to go and study art after my school.
No kidding. So your parents were supportive, but that doesn't mean that you necessarily had a model for what it was to be an artist. I mean, maybe the internet was that sort of your model, just seeing
Um,
successful artists on the internet.
Not really. I remember I had my Instagram page when I was already like in high school, so it wasn't more about internet. And I think the community at my school helped a lot because a
Really?
lot of people were studying art. And I remember that, I mean, almost all my classmates after school decided to go to the National Academy of Fine Arts. So we studied there together, but in different, how to say, like
Disciplines?
directions. So I
Yeah.
studied, yeah, disciplines. Yeah, so it
Jeez.
was quite nice. And I met my future husband there. So I think it influenced a
Future as
lot
in
because
yet to be or your
uh,
current husband?
uh, my current
Okay,
husband,
gotcha.
yeah, we started dating in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a fellow artist. Maybe you know him, Andriy Katerenyuk.
No, but I'll look
Recently
him
we
up.
had recently we had a husband and wife show at Roketa Contemporary.
Wait a minute,
Uh,
really?
yeah,
I'll look him up right now. Tell me his name one more time.
Andriy, Andr and double I, sorry.
Oh, double I. Okay. And Cater
Uh,
Unique? Is that it?
okay, can you share the screen?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is this
Yeah,
him?
yeah, this is him. Yeah, it's
Oh,
him.
no kidding. Okay, I'll follow him then. Let's see, maybe I'll be in touch with him. This is crazy. So, you guys are both doing this side by side.
Yeah, yeah. He remembers me since I was maybe 9 years old. I don't remember him very well, so
Wait a minute.
we
So, is he
like
older than you
officially.
then?
He's 2 years older than me.
Okay. And how
So
old
he
are you
remember.
guys? I mean, when were you born? You couldn't be more than like 2000, your birthday.
No, I'm 28, so
Hey,
I'm
you look young.
from. Oh, thank you.
So, you're
And he's 30,
1997, 1998, something like that.
96.
96? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so how does it work with you and your husband? Do you guys share a studio? Do you have studios outside the home?
Yeah, now we share a studio. We have a studio outside the home, and it was maybe the best decision ever because we used to work at home and sharing our home and our studio, and it was quite challenging because we
Yeah.
didn't have an extra room for
Mm-hmm.
our studio. So my bedroom was my studio, and our kitchen was Andrei's studio.
Oh man,
And
that's tight.
yeah, yeah.
When I first got married and started doing my art thing, my wife was so patient. She let us sleep in the walk-in closet. We shoved our
Oh
bed
wow.
into the walk-in closet. It was almost folding up on the sides because it barely fit the bed, and the
Oh
clothes would hang over our face. And we just sleep in there so that we could use the bed, so I could use the bedroom as a studio.
wow.
This woman's a saint. Yeah.
Is
Uh,
she an artist
no,
or
she's not an
something?
artist, but she was very supportive. Yeah. It was
That's really
actually kind of
nice
fun.
to
We would just dive through the clothes in onto the bed, you know, like a bunch of like it's like a kid. But it's crazy the things that she sacrificed. Yeah. So yeah, we all kind of start with that small apartment lifestyle.
yeah.
So are you in your studio right now?
Yeah, yeah. It's my studio, and I share it with my husband.
Right.
Uh, so we work together here.
Yeah. So tell me about, I'm going to switch screens so we can see a little slideshow of your work.
Oh,
So tell me a little bit about why you chose the subject matter you chose, or how you evolved into this particular subject matter.
um, I even don't remember how it started. I mean, I started my art journey, let's say, with graphic arts. So I used to work with watercolor and with etching, printmaking, as I said.
Do you not do
So
that
I think
anymore? Printmaking?
uh, not really. I don't have a studio where I could do that, and also it's very time consuming when
It's
you work with
so time
oil.
consuming. Yeah.
Yeah, when you work with oil, you can see the result immediately. So you paint it and you see the result. With etching, it's different. So you need to spend a lot of time working on it, and only after printing you can actually see what you have there. So at the moment, I don't really have time for that.
Yeah.
Um, but maybe one day I'll be working on it
Do you
again.
have any samples of your etchings from school anywhere on the internet or anything?
On the internet, I'm not sure. I think you can find my, since I studied book illustration, you can find some of my illustrations on Behance, I guess, and maybe some of my illustrations are still on the beginning of my Instagram page. I'm not sure.
Hmm. Okay. I'm going to scroll through while we talk because I'm curious. The reason I'm
Okay.
so curious is because I have an etching press and all the equipment because I
Oh,
always
wow.
intended to do it, but you just explained why I'm not doing it. It's just so tedious. And like you said, you just never know. I mean, yeah, it's just so frustrating to draw, and then you print it and you're like, ah, it's not the way I imagined it. And then you got to draw again, and then you print it, and it's
Yeah, and
so different than oil in
it's,
that way.
yeah, that's true. And also, it can be quite dangerous when you don't have a right space for doing this because you work with acids.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, so it can be quite
But
dangerous
the
then.
acids, is it the fumes that are dangerous, or you just fire? You were
Yeah,
concerned about? Oh, really?
so
That's
you need to have like open windows or something like that to work with it.
yeah, that's a
Um,
good point. I'll have to remember that if I ever do start doing it and get some kind of exhaust. But I mean, I have all the equipment, but I don't have that. So,
oh,
but it's such a beautiful medium. That's why I'm curious if you have samples of it because I just find etching to be such an incredible medium. But no, I'm not seeing any examples on your Instagram. But
um, can I send you
oh, wait. Is this one?
somehow?
Is this one here?
Oh no, no, it's
That's a photo.
It's a photo of me. My husband took it and took this photo.
Okay.
He was fan of film photography.
Okay. Gotcha. I just have to take a minute to thank each one of my generous patrons for your part in keeping this podcast going. I could not continue to do it without you, so thank you so much. If you're not a patron yet, but you love the show and you listen regularly, please consider becoming a patron. It's really easy to do and it doesn't have to break the bank. Just head over to theundrapedartist.com and click on the link Be My Patron on Podbean. And then choose a monthly donation amount that fits your budget. It's that simple. Okay, here we go. Yeah, thanks for sending those to me. So
Yeah,
you
and
were
the
doing
quality
flower.
is,
These are really beautiful. Geez. You were doing flowers
yeah,
back then as well then.
yeah. I was always very obsessed with this like botanical beauty. I really liked the plasticity of flowers, and yeah, I think graphic art is a perfect language to work on it.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, I don't have really good quality photos from that period, but yeah, this
No,
is
these are
what I
great. So how did you do
find.
this one? How did you make it reverse like this? Is it aqua tint with, I mean,
Now it's just the previous image. It's the same plate, but the difference is it's another type of printing. So basically here, when you're working on etching, you have this kind of plate where you make your drawing.
right.
And in this case, with the white one, so
This is where you rub off
the
the ink.
color is like inside the drawing,
Right.
and in with the black etching, in this case, you use a special tool, kind of a roll to apply your color,
Oh,
so it
gotcha.
doesn't get inside the drawing. So it's yeah, like
So on the first
reverse,
one,
reverse.
this is more the traditional method where
Yeah,
you
yeah,
put the ink
exactly,
on and then
exactly.
you rub it off with your palm and whatever.
Yeah,
And then this one, you just roll it over the top so it doesn't go in the grooves and it stays on the top.
yeah, exactly. This is how it
Gotcha.
works.
And
And
then
this
this
is
is the same
just
thing.
yeah, it's just the detail of my
This is the actual plate.
yeah, it's a panel, I guess. I don't know how it calls in English. I guess it's a panel, maybe.
Is it the actual copper plate? Is that what I'm looking at?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Are you using this as, is this the art, the plate itself, or are you taking a picture of what you're
It's
about to
the
print?
plate itself before being printed
Okay,
and
so you're not
before it was.
displaying the plate.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just
Because it's
yeah,
kind of
this is just
beautiful the
what
way it
I've
is.
managed. Yeah,
It's kind of a
yeah, this
beautiful,
is what I really liked about
yeah.
Batik.
You could
Yeah, but
almost
it
make
looks
this its
very
own art
different.
form.
Yeah, usually when you go to some exhibitions of graphic arts, you can see a plate just next to the etching, so
Right.
you can compare it.
Hmm. Yeah, these are gorgeous. It makes me want to do it again. They're really beautiful. Nice
Thank
work.
you.
So I'm kind of curious. When you got out of school in is it Kiev? Were you in school? Is that what you said? Kiev?
Yeah, yeah,
When you got out
exactly.
of school in Kiev, what was your next step?
Mm.
Because you're in
It's a
Italy now.
hard
I'm curious why
question.
you're in Italy. What was your next move?
After getting my bachelor degree, I actually wanted to keep studying in Ukraine to get
Mm-hmm.
my master degree. But talking to my boyfriend at that time, we thought about trying to study in Europe to have this kind of grand tour experience. And he found a possibility to study in Italy
Mm-hmm.
and to get a scholarship. So we've applied for the scholarship and we won the scholarship. And this is how we moved to Florence
So
to
it was at
study
Florence
art.
Academy?
No, it wasn't Florence Academy. It was another Italian academy, because Florence Academy, it's like a private academy, and the academy we studied at, it's a state academy. It calls Accademia di Belle Arti.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Is
so
it
yeah,
all,
we studied
is it
there.
academic? Is it like naturalist drawing training, or is it something else?
Not really.
Huh.
Some of teachers, they can actually encourage you to keep doing what you do. And maybe there are some teachers who want you to do more like conceptual approach in art.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really liked art history lessons there. Art history classes were really good. But it's all in Italian, so it was quite challenging for me
Yeah.
because,
Can you
yeah,
speak Italian now?
yeah, I do.
So you speak
I do speak
Italian,
Italian.
English, and Ukrainian?
Yeah, I do.
Dang,
I
that's
mean,
impressive. I can barely speak English. And you
but
probably didn't even notice. It's my first language.
oh,
I'm
do you
Jeez.
speak any other languages?
No, I
Like,
wish I did.
no.
No.
But back then, when I moved to Italy, it was very like hard time for me. I could barely speak English, barely speak Italian, so I couldn't find friends in my university, and I needed money. So I was like, okay, I can't really talk, and I really want to make some friends in a new country, and I want to meet new artists. So I decided to work as a model. So I was posing for portraits, and this is how I met a lot of people like from Florence Academy, and it was a part-time job,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't like my full-time job, and I did it more to meet new people, and I think it was the right decision at that moment.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and it was really interesting to see how like Florence Academy works, and this is how I met Tanvi Patara. If you know her,
Say your
she's
name one more time.
Tanvi Patare. I'm not sure if I'm
I'm not
pronouncing
sure I
her
do
last
know who
name.
that is.
Okay.
Was she a student there or a teacher?
Ramiro. No, she's a teacher there, and Ramiro Sanchez. He's the director at the Florence Academy. So,
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
no.
a lot of people there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really nice time. And yeah,
So you're very academic in your approach, and you're modeling at an academic school, but you're studying at one that's leans a little more
yeah.
conceptual. Did you suffer with any sort of art training envy while you were there, or were you happy with your decision to be at the public school?
Um, I was quite happy to be in Florence, so I tried to keep doing what I do,
Mm-hmm.
because at that moment I knew that I want to be a figurative artist. So I was really happy to have the opportunity to be in Florence, to visit all the museums, and yeah, maybe the approach of the academy is not exactly what I was looking for in art. But I tried to get the best I can get from that experience.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, I suffered quite a lot because I think it was the right thing to do to move to Florence. But um, like with my heart, I wanted to stay in Ukraine, maybe at that period. But um, I don't regret moving to Italy, but I just wasn't a big fan of that idea
Mm-hmm.
in 2018
Yeah.
when we moved to Florence.
And you're still there. So
Um,
you must be okay with living there at this point.
I think it's a great starting point for your career. I think Florence is the best place to study art, actually, so I highly recommend it. If you can travel to Europe, to Italy, I think it's very important experience.
Why is it the best
Um,
place to study art? Is it the schools or is it the environment and the
I think it's
history?
environment.
Okay.
I think it's history and environment, and also there are a lot of good schools. But first of all, it's environment. And I remember when I moved to Florence, and at that moment, I didn't really believe I can be an artist. It was like I didn't have any plan.
Wait a minute, but
I woke up every day.
you said you believed you could be an
Yeah,
artist way back in your as a teenager though.
yeah. When I was a kid, sure,
Oh,
but
so
when
your
I
confidence sort of
faced
waned a little.
yeah, when I faced the real life and the troubles of
I
an
gotcha.
art student, sure, I could. I wasn't so sure about my future. And when I moved to Florence, I actually met so many people who were making a living just doing art. And
Italians or people at your schools?
people at Florence Academy, for example,
Mhm.
not maybe not in my school, but some of no, maybe mainly from other schools like
Yeah.
Florence Academy or Cecil Academy.
Okay. So what was it that kept you from Cecil Academy or Florence? Was it just financial?
Yeah, it was a financial issue. I've applied documents for the Florence Academy, and I was accepted to the Florence Academy. So after that, I've applied for a few scholarships, but I was rejected. So this is how I ended up not studying there.
Right, right.
Uh,
Well, you've
yeah, but
done just fine. I mean, like you're incredible.
yeah,
So,
I'm quite lucky because
yeah.
when I moved to Florence in 2019, if I or 2020, the COVID happened, so all the learning process moved online, and I had more time to develop my own art,
Hmm.
and I had more time for developing my portfolio because at that time my plan was to find a gallery I could work with, and yeah, it actually worked out, and
So how did that
this
work
is how
out?
I found
S- How did you end up becoming professional from a sort of scared student?
uh, sometimes I still feel like I'm a scared student,
Yeah, we
but
kind of all do.
yeah. So it was 2019, I guess, maybe a bit later.
You started your
It was
career in
COVID.
2019.
I
That's
mean, I can't
brutal.
say like started my career, but my first sales began to happen a bit earlier. I was selling some works from my Instagram page, but it wasn't something, I can make a living from my Instagram.
Right.
But I had first sales before I started working with a gallery. And at some point, I've realized that the next step for me is to find a gallery. And I made a list of about like maybe 5 up to 10 galleries.
I'm curious,
I could,
what was your top five?
oh, I can, I think it would be wrong to name all of them, but I can
Why is
say
that? It's not like
Arcadia
you're saying,
was on my top.
well, it's not like
And
I asked you what your worst five were. I'm asking you what your favorites are.
uh,
Are you afraid Arcadia will be upset?
no, I work with Arcadia now, so I think it would be wrong.
I understand. That actually makes sense. I understand. You have to tell me after we get off. I'm just curious what your other ones
I
were.
actually was contacted by other galleries as well, so I
Yeah,
think it would be just wrong to mention them.
gotcha.
And so I had this list,
Okay.
and I've made sort of a research. Um, I was trying to analyze what I like about these galleries, the art that they were representing, and where is this like point of connection between what they were representing and what I was doing. And since it was a period of COVID, I was mainly working from home, and I was working on still lifes. And I just tried to make this kind of like transfer from, this very kind of academical still lives when you're studying something. So you put very like simple still life, make this very simple setup to more kind of creative approach, like trying to find your voice through still life. So it was my plan at that moment to make a portfolio of about like maybe 10 works. And while I was working on this portfolio, I was contacted by some of the galleries from my list. So
Really?
I didn't even have a chance to send my portfolio. So I'm very lucky.
That's
You
amazing.
can scroll my maybe Instagram page to that period. If you scroll it to the trompe l'oeil,
Yeah, let's check that out real
still
quick.
lives. Yeah, it was that period.
So am I go up?
Yeah,
Am
yeah,
I going the right
somewhere
direction?
in this point. Yeah, yeah, it's here. It's
Oh,
somewhere
like
here,
this kind of
maybe.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So they just contact you just from seeing you on social media.
On Instagram, exactly, exactly. And
That's yeah,
Arcadia,
that's amazing.
Arcadia contacted me at that point. Yeah,
Wow. And they were on your list, Arcadia.
yeah, sure. But I couldn't believe I would work with them. I mean, at that period, I didn't even have an easel, to be honest. I had this like tripod for plein airs, and I couldn't work on. You can see my tripod actually here. It was quite challenging to work on
Oh yeah.
big paintings.
Geez, congratulations. That's amazing. I always tell my students, it's just because sometimes when I'm teaching with in workshops and various other ways, students are like, "What's the secret to marketing?" Blah blah blah. Like just paint well. If you're good at painting, people will want your work. It's that simple. But a lot
Oh,
of people are
I
always
mean,
looking
I wish
for,
it. Not always. I wouldn't agree with you. I
no,
mean,
what do you
it's
think? What's
very
your thoughts on that?
important to. I think it's very important to find a way to show your art, because I know a lot of great artists who are just not very.
No, no, no. Let me restate that. No,
Okay,
we're on the same page. What I'm saying is there's no secret. If your work isn't good, no amount of marketing is going to help you. But if your
exactly.
work is
I
good,
agree.
yeah, if your work is good, like you get two artists do the exact same thing. And it's only the one who's got good work that's going to succeed. And far too often I'll get a workshop full of people who aren't well trained, who are just frustrated that the world hates them and the world is out to get them. And because no galleries have reached out and no one's responded, I'm just like, study harder, become a better painter. There's no amount of marketing that's going to fix your
I
lack of
agree.
training, you know? So no, we're on the same page. I'm not suggesting you can just sit in your
Yeah.
studio and not do anything and just be good and all of a sudden someone will knock on your door. I'm not suggesting that, but rather that there's just no secret other than being a good painter. So,
Yeah, I
yeah,
completely agree.
yeah.
And
So
also,
how was that when
sorry.
you got that email or what, how did they contact you? Was it through email?
Oh, it was through my Instagram page.
And so were you just on
Oh,
cloud nine? Or is that expression, are you familiar with that expression, cloud nine?
not really.
I had a feeling. Okay.
I mean,
Were you
I
just
can,
incredibly excited?
yeah, yeah. I was incredibly excited, and I was working at that moment. I was painting another trompe with grapes, and I remember I was like sitting in my bedroom painting, getting this message from my top one gallery. Uh, and I was like, started yelling because Andriy, my husband, was in the kitchen. Like, I've got the message from Arcadia. So he just entered the room making a video. So I even have the video of the moment when I was reading this message for the first time.
That's
Um,
amazing. So, and you said your husband shows with you there.
yeah, yeah.
So how did
And
he get
now he does.
into there?
Oh, I think it's maybe his story to tell.
Well,
Uh,
not exactly, because I'm just curious because he's part of your
yeah, yeah,
life. So
sure.
I'm interested in how your spouse ended up in the same gallery as you.
Uh, yeah, I think it was very interesting because he was working with landscapes for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and with landscapes, I guess it's more complicated to find a gallery because most of the galleries they are representing figurative art. And at some point, he started to work with figurative art, so I was his model at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was posting some stories with his references. Um, I mean, he took some reference photos of me, and I posted it on my Instagram. And my gallerist was like, "Oh, I want this to be in our gallery." And yeah, this is how he started to work with Arcadia as well.
No kidding. That's amazing.
Before that, he worked with a Collins gallery.
Collins?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm not familiar. Where was that? Where's that located?
I don't remember.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's really cool that you guys are both in the same gallery as well. Have you been to Arcadia? Have you been to the States?
No, unfortunately not. We wanted to go there for our exhibition, but unfortunately, some circumstances with our documents
Yeah.
weren't really good. So, yeah, we
So you had a
couldn't
two
get there
person
this year.
you had a two-person exhibit and you weren't able to go.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's such a
Uh,
bummer. I'm so sorry to hear that.
yeah.
How were the
But
sales? Were they
hopefully
good?
next time. Yeah, yeah, actually quite good. I'm really happy. We've sold more than 50% of our works. Yeah.
That's so great.
And we also had two works where we were, these were two collaborative pieces, so you can find them on my website. It was really, it was the
Really?
first time when we were working together on the same painting.
Is it like this one, for example?
Uh, you can find it in the bottom of my website. Uh,
Where?
no, just selected works and go to the bottom.
Okay.
Oh, this one. This is no.
This
I
one where my
think
finger is?
no, a bit higher. Oh, this one on the left.
Oh, no
On the
joke.
left.
That's way cool.
Uh,
So how is it collaborative? Did you do the branches and he did the figures or what?
we had two paintings, and we decided like we need to choose a director for each piece. So
Mm-hmm.
Andriy was the director of this work.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working on his portrait, and he was working on my portrait,
On the same
and
painting.
on the same painting. Yeah, exactly.
What?
Uh, and I was working on the reflection in the window. Mm. So I've painted the reflection, and he was working on the wall and on the kind of this frame of the window. And also the composition was his, so he was developing this idea.
I'd like to introduce you to one of this podcast's valued sponsors, ARTEFEX. Wrong side. ARTEFEX. ARTEFEX. They are amazing. Let me tell you about them. Well, first of all, let me tell you what you shouldn't be doing. So do you guys remember in art school when your teacher told you to just go buy some masonite from the local big box home improvement store, paint it up with some acrylic paint and paint on it? You know, that might have been okay for art school, but at some point you're going to paint a good painting if you haven't already. And I know there are professionals still doing this. So listen to what I'm saying to you. Stop. Stop. Have some self-respect. This stuff, this masonite stuff, is not going to last. Not long. Not long enough. If you got a masterpiece on this thing, what a freaking shame. And even if you stretch canvas on it, look at this. Okay, look at this. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, but that's Jeff. He's huge. But I didn't even work out today. And that was nothing. Nothing. So don't do it. Don't paint on that masonite stuff. And then you're thinking, well, I'll upgrade. I'll go to the art supply store and I'll buy some of this stuff, some of this cardboard wrapped in canvas. Are you serious? Seriously, you're going to paint on cardboard wrapped in canvas? Yeah, that's going to last. Okay, ARTEFEX is the way to go. This stuff is unbelievable. It is plastic sandwiched between 2 layers of aluminum, and then it has this incredible linen surface glued to the front with this, I guess it's like some kind of glue that is some sort of industry secret for ARTEFEX. Anyway, pretty amazing stuff. A lot of artists I know are using this stuff. It's high quality. It'll last you a lifetime. It'll last many lifetimes. So for your next painting, take yourself a little more seriously. Go to artefex.biz and get yourself some serious substrates to paint on. That's ARTEFEX.biz. It's kind of remarkable. It looks like the same person painted the whole thing. You guys have definitely a similar aesthetic.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
that's true.
Does that bring up competition at all in your marriage when you have such a similar painting approach?
I can say that we have very similar painting approach. Maybe when we started, yeah, our painting approach was quite similar because we studied at the same school.
Yeah.
But now I can see that I have this tendency to make my paintings more simplified, kind of more decorative, maybe.
Yeah.
Not simplified, but I guess it comes from my graphical art background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also this one on the right.
This one?
Yeah, this one. Yeah, it's the second collaborative piece.
So who did what?
And I was the director of this one. So the idea was mine, and it was kind of, I was working on the figure, and I was working on the underpainting. So let's start from the beginning. First, I worked on the color sketch. So I did the color sketch. Then I color study. Then I worked on the underpainting and on the figure. Andrei was working on the background on this like tree. And then I did some final touches. So I finished the tree and I was working on the grass. But in this case, we worked together on the composition, on the reference.
That is such a cool thing that you guys can do that kind of stuff. That's amazing. Well, since you were in your website, we might as well look around some more since we're already here.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just love these bird ones. So tell me about how you create something like this.
Oh, I have a small taxidermy collection. And in this particular case, I was really inspired by Holbein. And I was really, he has this portrait of a woman with a squirrel.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can find
And
that while you tell me about it.
And I just wanted to do something similar. So it has this like white hat. The woman is wearing this white hat, and the background has this like very beautiful blue color. So I wanted to repeat the color choice in my work. So this is how I did it.
So are you referring to this painting right here?
Yeah, exactly.
No kidding. This was the inspiration? That's wild.
Yeah. I mean, there is a bird in this painting as well.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, so I really like this combination of simplified background and very realistic, very detailed approach.
Yeah.
So I try to combine it. And as I said, I have a small taxidermy collection. So when I work on my paintings with where there are many birds,
Mm-hmm.
I usually use only one taxidermy bird as my model.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call it model. But at the same time, I try to find some images of birds. So I do a collage to
And
to understand the drawing.
this is with multiple
With
birds, like when you have
yeah,
like this one, for
for
example.
example, this one. Yeah, yeah,
So you're not just using, well, yeah, because they're all in different positions.
yeah.
So are
Uh,
you looking for images that have consistent lighting with what you're painting? How do
no,
you do that?
I I try to. I usually do a collage
Mm-hmm.
with multiple birds,
Mm-hmm.
but with the light situation, it's a bit harder since I can't find what I actually need on the internet. So for that purpose, I use my taxidermy. I just use my taxidermy to put the right light on it and work on details using this taxidermy. Also, with taxidermy, it's quite complicated to find right drawing because sometimes these taxidermy birds they can be quite how to say
Like
not
stiff?
very not very like anatomically not very correct. So it's
Oh,
better to
yeah.
find a bird, a real flying bird. Sometimes I watch some videos of birds just to understand better the way they are moving. And yeah, this is how I usually work.
So, so just so I understand correctly, you'd have the collage of all the birds put together from references. And then are you just sort of holding your taxidermy bird in different lighting positions to sort of fill in
Yeah, yeah,
your
exactly.
gaps of knowledge about?
Yeah, exactly. And usually
Okay.
when I find these references for my collages, they are not very well detailed. So with taxidermy, I can see details better. So this is how I use taxidermy. I don't want it to look very still, you know. I
Yeah.
want to have some life in my works.
So can you move their wings and stuff, or will you break them?
No, no,
So when
you
you get
can't
something
move
like
wings.
this, how do you handle something like this?
Oh, uh, I guess it sounds quite bad, but I actually have a taxidermy of a bird wing, like separately from the
Oh, that
body.
doesn't sound bad.
Uh,
I mean, if you ripped it off
okay,
a live
but
bird, that would be mean.
yeah, they died of natural reasons, and
Okay,
so
so you've got bird parts that you're putting in the
not
appropriate lighting.
parts, but just wing,
Just
one wing.
I don't want to make it more gory than it is.
Sorry.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, that's a really beautiful painting, by the way.
Thank you.
And then I'm assuming, so tell me about this one. This isn't a collaboration, so you did a self-portrait, it looks like.
Yeah, it was my first large painting. It's like uh, 1 meter 60 centimeters by 1 meter 30 centimeters. So it's quite big, and it was my first large piece. I did it for Arcadia, and I think this one is very special for me since it was my first large painting, and also I've started to work with figurative at that period. And for me, it was my way to kind of escape from my problems working on this painting because I was working on this painting in 2022. So the full-scale invasion started, and this painting calls hiding place. So I tried to depict what art for me is. So it's the place where I could escape from my problems and hide from them. So
Wow.
yeah, this is kind of the story behind it.
Dude, that's heavy. Did you sell this one?
Yeah, it was sold.
God, that's someone's very lucky to have this painting. That's a meaningful painting. So
Thank you.
just to be for all the Americans out there, 1 meter, 30 something centimeters is approximately 4 feet. Is that right? So 4 by 4 feet.
I guess it's 68 inches by 40 something inches.
Okay,
I'm
yes.
not sure.
So about 4 feet by
Yeah,
5.5 feet, something like that.
yeah. I'm not
Okay.
very good with
No,
inches.
that's fine. Yeah, that's a pretty good size painting. Dang. So you're not life size in it though. You're probably like 3/4 life size or something.
Yeah, it's not life size. Life size, I'm smaller there.
Yeah.
It's a bit smaller.
Oh, so does art really do that for you? I always wonder that because
Oh,
everyone's different. Can you
at
really feel
that
like you hide in it?
moment, yes. Not hiding, but at that moment, it was my the only one consistent thing in my life was my work and art. Because everything was falling apart, and the only one thing that was constant is my work. I woke up every morning and just seated. I was going to my easel and I was working on this painting. And yeah, this is how my life was at that period. But now, I guess I was too obsessed with work for a very long period. I could work without days off for months, and now I try to find who I really am, uh, and I try to find new hobbies, try new things, and I'm really happy with this kind of new period in my life. So now I try to do very different things besides art. And for the last 2 months, I go to the horseback riding, and I'm really obsessed with it. I really like animals, and it was my childhood dream. And yeah, I play chess, I go running. So I try to live a very active life.
Hmm. That's good. Yeah, I'm the same way, except my problem is my hobbies can sometimes overwhelm my painting.
Oh,
In other words,
wh-
I spend more time than I should on my hobbies, where I
and
should.
what do you do?
Oh, just all, it's all art to me. It's all with my hands, like leatherworking, metalworking, woodworking. I don't
Oh,
have any
I,
hobbies
s-
outside of working with my hands that I can think of.
oh, I saw you were working on kind of a room for your future painting or something like that.
A what?
On
A roof?
a room, like a room for your composition. Maybe I'm.
Oh, yes, yeah. I do maquettes for paintings and stuff.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, so I actually the last thing I did is a boat. I built a boat for my next painting,
Oh
a
wow.
4 foot boat. And yeah, I love that kind of stuff. Yeah. So it's a 1/6 scale model of a 24-foot boat that would have been a period accurate boat of the time. So, and that took me like
Wow.
2.5 months. So
Wow.
I haven't painted in probably 3 plus months. But technically that's not a hobby. So I shouldn't actually, let me restate that because it's not technically it is a hobby because I love woodworking and all this kind of stuff, but it is actually part of the painting process. It's part of my painting process, but it's crazy. I'm aching to paint. I mean, it's got to be at least 3 months, maybe 4 months since I've touched a brush.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, and that's
But now
typical.
you have a great material to work with.
Yeah. It's
Mm.
basically like your birds, except I'm doing the taxidermy, you know?
I mean,
So,
I don't do taxidermy myself.
You might consider it, considering you're getting bad taxidermy that's not anatomically correct.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
One day.
Yeah. Well, that's great. So I want to talk a little bit more about what you had said earlier about this painting, because I find that so fascinating. And I've talked to so many artists and gotten different feelings about this. But in what way do you feel like art can take you away from the crazy in the world? You know, in your case, war. But in what way does it do that for you?
As I said, it's the only one consistent thing in my life. I really can rely on it. I mean, no matter what happens in my life, I have my studio, I have my brushes, and I have some ideas I want to realize.
So it's something
I
that it
want to
can't be
paint.
taken from you. Is that what it is? It's
Yeah,
just something.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly. You phrased it very well.
And oh, that's interesting. I've never thought about it that way. You would think after all these years of painting, I might have, although we've lived very different lives. Um, but when you're in the act of painting, do you feel a sense of, is it more an idea that painting is something that can't be taken away alone, or is there something about the painting process that comforts you?
Oh,
Like when you're in a painting,
it's
do you feel free from your burdens, or is it just the idea that the painting can't be taken from you that frees you from your burdens?
it's hard to explain.
Hmm.
Maybe um, let me think.
Well, let me tell you my thoughts on it, and
You
then maybe
know,
it'll, oh, go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah,
No, you
sure, sure.
first. You
Now
first.
you first.
Because if I'm just
Okay.
trying to get you to tell me, and I thought maybe if I told you mine, it might spur some thoughts. For
You
me,
know when? Oh, yeah,
no,
yeah.
go
Go
for it.
first. Go first.
All right, I'll just briefly say, for
Okay.
me, it just is a way of taking my mind off of my problems. I can completely forget. I can get so engrossed in what I'm doing that I stop thinking about my problems. That, for me, that is helpful.
For me, I think when I paint, I'm so concentrated on my paint and problems. I'm I never happy with the result.
Hmm.
Obviously, I guess all artists are not happy with the result. So my art and my painting is my biggest problem at the moment of when I'm working, if I phrased it
Yeah, no,
well.
I think you just said the same thing I said, just in a more
Okay,
articulate
okay.
way. See what I mean? Our English is surprising. It's my first language. I think,
Sorry for my English.
no, yours is great. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I meant. It's, see, you can't think about anything else because the problems in the painting are too complex.
Yeah, and maybe it's a thing that I can control in my life because I can create some new ideas, some new works, and I can control it completely. So yeah, I can make it from a sketch, from just an idea in my head to a big painting or whatever.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
there are so little things we can control in our life, and our creative process is one of these things we can control.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. But how do you feel in those days where you go to the studio and you've got this thing, this wonderful hobby that helps you to feel a sense of control and take your mind off of the things that you can't control? And then you have a day where you completely lose control of your painting. And now, do you know what I'm saying? Those days, and then you're just like, suck. Even the thing that I can control, I can't control.
Oh,
Do you ever have those moments?
oh, sure,
Not
many
where you
times,
literally
many
have those
times.
thoughts, but where it's just like, oh my gosh, now painting is betraying me. It's like it's not my good place, my happy place right now.
Oh, I think it happens every other day.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know how I handle it. It's really nice to have some support around and to have some like-minded people. So all the artists, they are facing the same troubles. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I live and I work with an artist, so we can discuss it, and it helps a lot. So I think to have this environment around you is very important, and to have someone who can take a look at your work and maybe give you a piece of advice, it helps a lot. So I
Yeah,
think
that's really awesome.
having artist friends or having artist family, it's really nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I imagine that's great. I mean, I've got plenty of artist friends, but no artist family. Well, that's not true. I think my little brother is an artist. He doesn't consider himself one,
Ah,
but he is. Um, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorites, by the way. This was why I put it in the
thank
slideshow.
you.
Gosh, man, this is so good. So, when you're painting something like this, when you got the black background,
Yeah.
um, black backgrounds can be dangerous because it just creates this sort of void oftentimes. And
Hmm.
somehow it's working in this painting remarkably well. Do you have any thoughts about that, or am I just talking nonsense?
Oh, actually, with this work, I was really inspired by some of Michael Klein's works.
Does he do stuff
He
on
used
black
this
backgrounds?
maybe not black, but quite dark background. And yeah, I just think this dark background emphasizes very well the bright colors of flowers. And also, as I said, I really like the simplified backgrounds. Um, it helps a lot to show this detailized and maybe even it shows very well the plasticity of flowers. So I can completely concentrate on my subject when I have this simplified background.
Hmm.
And also with botanical illustration, like going back to graphic, with botanical illustration, you have just empty background, usually not dark, but still without any details. And so, yeah, I
I'm trying
guess,
to zoom in and I'm not able to. It's unfortunate because I just
oh,
really want to look in there. It looks just amazing.
yeah,
Sorry, I cut you off there.
sometimes I just can't stop. It's my big problem. Sometimes it's just important to stop on time. I have this tendency to overwork some things, but I really like working on details.
This episode is brought to you in part by Rosemary Brushes. If you're one of my listeners who's a professional artist, you're already using Rosemary brushes. But for the rest of you, come on. Take your work a little more seriously. Stop buying the other brands. It's just not worth it. Every now and then you may get lucky and buy a good brush from another brand, but use the brand that professionals like myself are using. Go to rosemaryandco.com, link in the description or the show notes, and get yourself some quality brushes before your next painting. Yeah. You know what's interesting about that is I was the other way around. So I find that because I was taught by painters. Well, I mean, I had a few good teachers, but I was given a lot of bad
Oh,
advice in school.
sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
I
I was
can.
given a lot of bad advice in school, and one piece of advice that I was given was put a stroke down and never touch it again. So
Oh,
for many years I was the opposite of you where I wouldn't work a painting enough. I wouldn't put enough effort into it because I was so afraid of overworking it that I didn't finish it. And I think there was at one point, it was probably before this that I actually started to realize it. But when I heard this quote, I was just, it definitely sealed the deal for me. And it was, oh shoot, Studio Incaminati, the founder of Studio Incaminati. Do you know the founder that is?
no, no,
Nelson
unfortunately, I don't.
Shanks. Nelson Shanks. Sorry, my memory is terrible. Nelson Shanks, I was told, said something like, if your painting is too worked, you haven't worked it enough, or something to
Hmm.
that effect. In other words, you can't ruin a painting. You can just make it look fresh again on the next layer. And I was like, dang
Exactly.
it. I was like, dang it. All this time I've been trying to avoid overworking it and I haven't been finishing it. It's just not done. I've been afraid to overwork it. So I just quit too early. So it's just
Yeah,
interesting to
you
see.
always can scratch something down.
Yeah,
Yeah, with
totally.
oil.
Totally. So I think I know why this works for me so well because I've seen a lot of paintings, my own paintings included, where I've screwed this up, where there's a really dark background and and then the subject is sort of in the front and then there's this void in the back and there's just this disconnect between the subject and the background. But I think the reason it works so well in yours is because some of the flowers and buds fall back into the shadow. Really, like, and the
Yeah.
stems fall back into the shadows. This flower, the back side of it falls back into the shadows. So it's like in the darkness. It's partly in the darkness and not just separate from it.
Yeah, that's a nice point.
Yeah,
But
it works so well.
talking about overworking some paintings,
Yeah.
as a graphical artist, I used to work with watercolor a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And you can completely ruin your painting when you put too many layers or too many brush
Oh, yeah, I'm
strokes.
scared to death of
So
watercolor.
this is why I'm so happy to work with oil now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I actually, I've been working with oil for not so long. And Andrei was my first oil painting teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really nice when we moved to Florence. We started to go for plein air together, and this is how I've learned the oil painting technique. And
No
this is what
joke.
I really like. You can make a mistake and you can correct it. With watercolor, you can't make it at all. The mistake stays with you forever. You just need to start over again.
Yeah, yeah, it's brutal. I keep telling myself I'm going to try watercolor, but I'm genuinely scared of it. But the other thing is, I apologize to all the watercolorists out there. I just think oil painting's more beautiful, period. Like, to me personally, there's nothing like oil painting.
Yeah, to me too.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like Sargent's
Oh
watercolors
gosh, yeah, they're so beautiful.
and Fortuny, Mariano Fortuny
I don't know if I'm familiar with those.
watercolor. Yeah, I know there is a big museum of his works in Venice. He worked in Venice, but I didn't have a chance to get there. But Mariano Fortuny, he's a really good one.
How do you spell that? I'm curious.
Maybe I can just write it in our chat.
I'm the worst at spelling. It's terrible, embarrassing.
No.
Mario.
Oh no, sorry.
I'm sure if Google will figure it out for me.
Yeah.
Fortuny. That's not watercolor, is it?
Oh, it's a print. I'm not sure. He
Well, I
has a
know it's
lot
a
of.
print, but
No, I mean I can't really see it very well.
oh, you can't?
These. I mean, I think all of them are watercolors. I'm not sure. Maybe. Oh, yeah, this one. I guess
Oh
it's
gosh, dude,
watercolor.
that's incredible. Wow.
I'm not sure about that
That
one,
one
but
doesn't so much look like it, but that is.
yeah.
Yeah, that looks like
Oh, I think
watercolor.
this one is oil. Oh.
Dang, that makes me want to
Okay.
learn it so bad, but I don't at the same time. Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it's
some,
always scary to start something new. I mean, at least for me, I'm always terrified when I need to learn new technique.
yeah. Well, especially because there's just so little time in the day, you know? It's like, do you really
Exactly.
want to invest in a whole new thing when you've got only 8 hours in it? Well, I mean, I guess you've got a lot more than that, but still, you have limited time.
Yeah, and
So,
you have kids. It's more,
well, my
you
kids are
know, you
adults
need
now,
to,
but
but
yeah,
yeah,
but still, I mean, yeah, still, they're still part of my life. It's still a responsibility, but yeah, they are adults now. Um, yeah, there's not enough time in the day to be good at everything. It's tough. So, all right, let me look at a couple more of your paintings here too. I love this one as well. Is this another taxidermy bird?
thank you. Yeah. It was actually my first taxidermy, I guess. Maybe the second one.
This wait. This is your first or second painting? Is that what you just said?
No. I mean, the bird, the taxidermy bird from my
Oh, gotcha,
collection.
gotcha.
I'm trying to make a bigger collection of my taxidermy.
Yeah,
So,
those are great. So, hmm, tell me about your process a little bit. Are you, because I saw on Instagram, let me pull up your Instagram. This was wild to me because I do not paint anything like this. So I'm really curious about your process. One sec, if I can find it. It's probably going to be the last or like the first thing on your website or on your Instagram.
oh,
Oh, right here,
maybe.
right here, right here. Like,
Oh,
holy
okay.
crud, you're just working from the top to the bottom? What is that about? How does that
Oh,
work?
usually I start, it depends on the size of my painting.
Yeah.
But sometimes when I work on a large painting like that one, for example, I start with the background and I slowly go to the foreground.
Okay.
Do I call it right? So yeah, I try to make my
So is that what
underpaint.
that is? Is that so that top layer, that top quarter was the background? Is that how you saw it?
Maybe it's not the best example because it's a post, it's like a promotional post for
Oh,
my workshop in
okay.
Rome.
Oh,
Uh,
gotcha. Do you have any other works in progress on
Any,
here?
let me check on my Instagram because I don't really remember. I make a lot of videos now because this is how Instagram works nowadays. You just
Yeah.
need to uh, post more videos.
Hmm.
Oh, can you see this post? I'm not.
About how far down
Maybe.
is it? Oh, here's one.
Oh no, it's a small one, so it doesn't show my process so well. A bit higher, so it's somewhere in a bit up, no more. And oh, actually, here you can see how we worked on this one. So this is how we worked
Oh,
on
now
our
this
collaborative
this is
piece.
more true to
Yeah.
me. Okay.
So this is Andri's part, and the next post.
The next
Uh,
post,
yeah, the next one.
this one here.
No, this one. Yeah, on the left.
Oh, on the left.
So this is how
I'm sorry. I'm
I've
slow. This one,
finished.
this one
No,
is the
no.
right one.
Yeah, exactly this one.
Okay,
Yeah, this
okay.
one
Okay.
is the right one.
Okay.
So it was my part of this of my work on this painting. So here Andri's portrait is finished. So I worked on his portrait and on the reflection in the window. And after that, Andri finished this painting.
So you
So
generally,
it describes our process quite well. So we start with underpainting.
okay.
Usually it's a bit lighter, and then we work I say we because we worked on this painting together.
Right.
And we actually have quite similar approach, I mean, technical approach. Then with my second layer, I work with more impasto and I try to make everything more detailized. Though I can leave some areas in my shadows untouched. So basically, I can leave them as they are from the underpainting, just to keep this a fresh, transparent surface.
Okay.
And sometimes, if I need it, I can add the third layer with a bit of like glazing, maybe making something more bright, more saturated with glazing if needed. So usually I work in 3 layers.
Did you say 3 or 2?
3 layers.
3
so
layers.
the third layer, I can skip it if I don't feel like I need any I forgot the word.
Touch up?
Not
Accents?
glazing.
Glazing. Okay.
Yeah. And when I work on big paintings, on large size, maybe a bit up. Oh, here, this one. No, in the bottom. In the bottom, this video. Yeah, it shows the process a little bit. So I started with underpainting and then I worked like piece by piece because it was very big. It was like 2 meters by 1 meter, around that size. So I did this underpainting.
Okay,
And
so that's just a quick lay-in. Okay, I got you now.
Yeah. And then with the second layer, I started to make more details on it. And I left the background, the one with the sky and this like dark trees on the background. I left it almost untouched. So basically it's my underpainting. And I worked mainly on this central part of my composition, on these red flowers and white roses.
So in the middle of the painting, it's much more refined. Is that what you're saying, or a little more refined?
Yeah, absolutely. And also, as you can see, the underpainting, I did it not in 1 day, but it took me maybe 5 days to finish it. So the first day, it was the background. I worked completely only on the part of the sky and with trees on the top part.
Yeah.
If you can see it. And then I started to work on my white flowers, but I worked like piece by piece, as you can see here. So 1 day, one part of them. And then I started to detailize it.
Okay.
Adding more impasto.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
This is my process.
Okay. So what is it? How do you organize your day as an artist? Like, what is your life like from day to day?
Now I try to systemize my life a little bit because I had quite a long break from painting. I spent a month in Ukraine. So I worked more on some like technical issues. I was trying to develop my Patreon page. And now when I'm back to Florence, I have my studio here and I can work more on my paintings. I start with, usually I work, usually I have some exhibitions I need to get ready for since I work with a gallery. So I have certain deadlines and it helps a lot. And I try to make a plan of like what paintings I want to prepare for the upcoming exhibition. And I use Freeform, if you know this application. I create kind of sort of, not mood board, but sometimes it's a mood board, sometimes it's just different references I want to work on. And yeah, so I start my preparation for the exhibition with this like little plan of what I need to complete by a certain date. And then, yeah, I just start working on it. I usually come to the studio at 9. Sometimes I try to come earlier. I'm a morning person, so I feel more, I feel like I have more energy before lunch. So I try to complete the most important part of my work before noon, let's say. And yeah, but I usually keep working until maybe 6 or 7, making some small breaks. And I have a really nice park near the studio, so sometimes I can take a walk and just relax for an hour and go back to the studio and work here.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
nice.
Florence, as
Yeah.
I said, Florence is a nice place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so I'm a
you're
full-time
working 10
artist.
hours a day. It's 9, 10 hours a day most days then.
I mean, I can procrastinate a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as I said, I can take a walk, and yeah, I
Is
just try to spend all my like working day at the studio. But it's not like I'm painting all the time. I can do some other stuff, like sending emails or working on my Instagram page. I try to be as active as possible, but usually when I'm active on Instagram, it means that I'm not active in my creative process. I just spend time on social media, but I don't have enough time for my painting progress process.
right. So is it 5 days a week at the studio? 6 days, 7 days? How many days a week either?
I would say 7 days, but yeah, I try to have one day off. So yeah, my
Because you got to get
plan
in that
for,
horseback riding.
yeah, I try to organize it now since I'm trying to organize my schedule better after my returning to Florence. I have my lessons, horseback riding lessons twice a week, and I go there in the morning. And in the afternoon, I'm free, so I can go to the studio or I can stay at home and do some computer work, like sending emails or editing videos. Now I started to work on tutorials. So I have video tutorials on my Patreon page, and
What's your Patreon page?
so you can find it in the description of my profile on Instagram.
Okay. Yeah, because want to make sure people know about that. So right here in your link tree.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And then you've got your Patreon right here. Cool. I'm just going to click on it and see what it
Yeah,
looks like. Cool. And so in there you have just videos people can sign up for.
I have reference packs, and my subscribers have chosen one reference from this pack, and now I work on the tutorial for this reference. And I have the first video with my drawing, and the next one is going to be about my underpainting process. Yeah, so all
That's great.
stages of.
God, there's so much work as an artist. You got to be doing everything.
Yeah, but actually, I like it a lot. I
Do
like
you?
editing video. Yeah. I don't feel very confident talking, and I used to be very shy. So telling me like a year or 2 years ago I'll be on a podcast, I wouldn't believe it.
You're doing great. Jeez, I wouldn't have known you were shy. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
thank you so much. So it's even a challenge in a good sense for me to talk about myself, to describe my process, and yeah, I actually like it.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I'm glad you came on. I mean, this has been amazing getting to know you and learn more about
Thank
you.
you so much.
Yeah. So since you've been listening to the podcast, you know what my final question is. So if you could give one piece of advice that you either had and valued or you wish you had, what would it be to an aspiring artist? What would it be?
I mean, it's a hard question for me, but I would say don't expect the result. Don't expect the result to, don't expect the fast result. It's a long way. You just need to take your time to learn how to do it. So don't expect you'll have like 1,000 followers right away. Just start and post, and just be patient and be constant, and take your time to learn how to paint and how to draw. It takes time. I'm not sure if I'd be very happy to hear it at the beginning, but you need to know what to get ready for, and it's a long way.
Yeah, that's good advice. Have you ever heard of the book Atomic Habits? I've mentioned it on the podcast before.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's such a great. I'm just looking up the author because I haven't read it in so long, and as everyone knows, I have a terrible memory. James Clear, Atomic Habits by James Clear.
Mhm.
But for me, the podcast is a great example of this. Like, I never expected the podcast to get any traction at all. I just wanted to try it out and see. And but to this day, my attitude is with everything I do, including this, is just don't think about that stuff. Just put your head down and work. Just every day, show up. Don't think about the end goal. And this is what Atomic Habits deals with. Don't think about the end goal. Just think tomorrow I have to go paint, or Thursday I have to go do a podcast or whatever. And then someday all that effort will eventually accumulate to something. But if you get hung up on the goal, it's so daunting. You know, so
Yeah.
I think that's excellent advice.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks again for coming. It's
Thank
really
you so
cool
much
to
for
have you.
having me.
Really cool. And I wish
Yeah.
you and your family the best. You know, I hope that
Thank you.
everything works out okay for everybody you love over there.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Hope to stay in touch. Take care.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Undraped Artist Podcast. If you enjoyed it, subscribe. And if you could, leave a comment or review. That really helps the channel. Please share the show with your friends, and if you're feeling generous, consider a monthly donation at theundrapedartist.com. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next week.